you know, I give a lot of credit to Liberty. It's a hard-fought game, but they made a couple more plays down the stretch. Got big stops when they needed, made big shots, got a big offensive rebound, and stuck big free throws. And so I was proud of our guys' effort. Thought they competed, thought they played hard. Just came up a little short at the end.
Yeah, what did you see on that last play? It looked like when the three was short, it looked just kind of like a melee. When they got the big offensive rebound off there, I think it was their second last possession.
Yeah, I got to see it on tape, but,
yeah,
you know,
which probably says
the second shot's
yeah.
what's beat you. You know, we got them to miss the first one, but I told them in the huddle, we had a little bit of a smaller lineup in there, and I just said, don't tell me at the end of the game that the guy was 6'6", and that's the reason. Figure it out, and we got a rebound. That's how we're going to win. And, you know, they got the big one late. So, yeah, it was a big scrum. Kid came up with it, knocked down 2 big free throws. So give them credit. Made the play when they needed to.
Sorry, I'm on deadline.
What was the conversation like after the McKay technical? Damien was talking about how you went up 7, and at that point, it looked as though the game turned right about that point. What was the conversation in that technical game?
So, I'm sorry, say it again now.
What was the complexion of your team? What was the conversation when McKay threw the technical? Because it seemed as though that was one of the things that turned the game.
What was the conversation with our guys?
Yes.
I mean, he got a technical, and our kid went to the line and made 2 free throws, and we got the ball out of bounds. I don't. Maybe you think that was a momentum shifter or whatever, but I don't know. I mean, we got 2 free throws made, and we got the ball back.
Had the initial punch there, going up 14-2 on Liberty. What did Liberty do in getting back into the game? It seemed like you were trying some different lineups in there to, give Cooks, Brown Brothers, those guys some rest, to being up so much to try to make sure they were fresh late. What did Liberty do to get back into it?
We got off to a good start. We had a really good 4-minute war. We were getting stops and rebounding the ball and making shots. And, those guys got tired. They get tired, you got to give them a rest. And, talking a lot about our contributions from our bench, and we were getting a lot of those early on. To be honest with you, that's something that really has to improve for our team. We got to get, we have to be able to go into our bench, and we always used to say, guys coming off the bench, and I was definitely a guy coming off the bench. I was never, a starter when I played, but you have to take pride as a guy coming off the bench that doesn't maintain the status quo, doesn't maintain the same energy level that's in the game. You sure as heck can't let it drop. You got to raise the energy level, and it's something that we got to get. We have to improve on is our contributions off the bench, and there was a little dip there. They got back in the game, but it was so early that wasn't any type of deciding factor or anything like that. But definitely got off to a good start, which was a good thing because I don't feel like we've been getting off to good starts the last several games. Our coaches had the statistics before the game, but the first 4-minute war, the last couple games, teams are scoring 10, 12 points on average, and that can't happen.
How's Adam's health?
I don't know yet. I haven't had a chance to talk to Jeff, and I had to go right to radio, and then I came in and saw you guys, so I don't know anything about any of those guys.
And the news about Nick, when did you find that out, and what was your reaction to that? Nick Smith.
It was disappointing.
Yeah.
Because he's an important cog in our team. Energizer bunny off the bench, and paint toucher, and explosive scorer. So, but in sports, things like that happen. People go down with injuries, or in this instance, not an injury, but it happens, and you have to have, it's cliche, but you have to have a next man up mentality. Somebody else is going to have to step up, just like when Kyle went down with a bad ankle injury several weeks ago. He was giving us really productive minutes, and Adam wasn't playing at all, very, very little. In fact, he was just playing like in mop-up time. And now Adam stepped up and scored 21 tonight, and probably averaging 15, 16 a game over the last 3 games or so. And we're going to need that same type of production from somebody else with the loss of a player like Nick.
Is it something that surprises you, or you're like able to, obviously I guess you're able to keep up with that stuff, academically? Because you've never had anything like that happen here, so I haven't really even ever thought about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you were a college student once. I was a college student
Oh,
once.
right, sure.
Sometimes people, don't do as well as they're capable of in the classroom. That happens. They're 18, 19-year-old kids.
Right.
Happens sometimes. He's going to learn a lesson. He's got to take. He's got to realize, like everybody does, the number one priority and goal for each of those basketball players on our team, whether you're scholarship or not, is to earn your degree. And he hit a bump in the road, and he's going to learn from it and get better for it. He'll have the best academic semester of his life over the next 3 or 4 months, and he'll be there with the Winthrop uniform on, with a smile on his face, ready to kick some butt, take some names in about 8 months.
Coach, I know tough game, but really felt like a big time atmosphere, and I know you enjoyed that. And let's talk about the energy. It almost, I was talking to one of the guys, say almost felt like a tournament game out there with the intensity, especially in the
You're talking about from like on the court or in the
yeah,
stand?
and just in the building overall. Fans seem to get loud.
Yeah, I mean, in a conference game, in a hotly contested battle like that, in crucial moments when we go on a run and we need to stop, like, this is a basketball town. They know when to go nuts and when to get behind us and when to roar and when we need to stop. So the people that were there obviously gave us a lift at the right time. So, yep, we got to play better, and we are. We're going to go back to work and get ready for another one on Friday. There's no rest for the weary. Everybody in our league has 2 days in a game, 2 days in a game, 2 days in a game, straight through the month of January. So, we'll get this thing going in the right direction and start playing better and build momentum as we move forward into conference play. And hopefully, the fans and the students stick with us, and I know they will. They're loyal. Our student body and our fan base is loyal, and we've hit a bump in the road. A tough 3-game stretch. Didn't play well 2 games ago. Played a little better against Campbell. I thought we were pretty darn good tonight. Good enough to win. Just came up a little bit short, but we'll get it rolling. Just got to stick to it. Go back to work tomorrow.